Hello, all my friends and fans of the foolish and the ghoulish. I'm David C.J. Bunn, and I'm here today because the Mummy and the Monkey have asked me to say a few words about the film that you are about to see. This is a movie I made when I was in college 40 years ago. Hang on, I got a co-star here. Say hi, Beastie Boy. Say hi. Anyway, I was in college 40 years ago, and I made this film. And it's very simply titled The Return of the Revenge of the Curse of the Ghost of the Evil of the Son of Frankenstein. Go on, boy. I hope you can remember that because there's going to be a test later. One more time. The Return of the Revenge of the Curse of the Ghost of the Evil of the Son of Frankenstein. Made it in college 40 years ago. I've been selling it on VHS and DVD ever since. It's got a small cult following. It came to the attention of the Mummy and the Monkey, and they asked, could they show it on the show? I said, sure. Yeah, and they did. And it got a pretty good response. But it is a funny movie. But some of the stuff that happened during the making of the movie is actually funnier than the movie itself. For example, in the opening scene with the professor and Dr. Frankenstein comes in with his science project, all proud to say what he's going to do. Well, there was supposed to be this huge puff of smoke there. And my teacher who played the professor wanted to actually see the smoke, the effect, to make sure it was safe before we filmed it, which was too bad. So we set it off, and there was no problem. It smoked up, it looked real good, and it didn't seem to be a problem in the world until we remembered those smoke detectors that went off and emptied the school. We had the fire department down there. We had blind people bumping into people in wheelchairs. We got panic throughout the entire school because of a special effect in this movie that we didn't shoot because the fire department said we couldn't do that. We were filming the graveyard scene, for example, and this was kind of a guerrilla shoot, no pun intended. We just, like the college, we got permission, and at Enfield JCs, we got permission. But graveyards and stuff, they're open in the daytime, and who's really going to do anything too crazy in the graveyard? So we drove into the graveyard with our coffins and our wheelbarrows and our shovels and our dead bodies and all the things we needed to do the scene. And we shot the scene, but as we were shooting part of the scene, it was the part where I don't want to do any spoilers here, but there's some stuff going on in the graveyard that could look scary. And just as this part hit, I noticed a lady driving up into the cemetery in her car, and she couldn't see me with the camera because I was behind a tree filming across the cemetery road. Well, she saw what was going on, and again, no spoilers here, you'll have to see what it is. She hit it reverse. She backed out of that graveyard. She didn't even turn around. She backed out, just gone. We figured that probably the next thing was going to be the cops coming, so we wrapped up the shoot real quick and got out of there. So that was kind of a fun one. There were some other safety issues. There's this part where all the villagers and their dogs are chasing the monster. Now, we went through several monsters, and this is why we lost our first one. He was a rather tall yet skinny gentleman, so we padded him out with a pillow. Well, the scene that we were shooting this day was he was running through the woods. All the villagers are running behind him. All the dogs are yelping and lapping behind him, and everything's going just nuts. And that he's supposed to jump into the water to swim to the other side. It's pretty easy. You just jump into the water. Well, we had him padded with these pillows, and when he hit the water and the water hit the pillows, he almost hit the bottom of the pond. And he decided he didn't want to be our monster anymore. So we had to find a replacement. So with that said, I hope you all truly enjoy this outrageous, hysterical, people tell me, movie that I made 40 years ago in college. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out.